Good evening. I'm Markel Bridges, Chair of UCAN's Governing Board. On behalf of my fellow Governing Board members, our presidents, auxiliary, and advisory boards, welcome to UCAN's 21st Annual Youth Leadership Awards. Thank you for joining us for this very special virtual event. We have a lot in store for you, so I'll keep my remarks brief. Tonight is about our youth. However, as a Black man, an American, a human being, in light of the sad and tragic murder of George Floyd and several other Blacks who are unjustly being murdered across our nation, in the midst of anger, unrest, and protest, I feel it necessary to ask each of us to take a strong stand, an aggressive move, and a definitive action towards ridding our nation of racism, inequality, and social injustices. It will take each of us to understand that though the impact is largely felt in the Black community, this is not a Black problem. This is a nation's problem. This is a people problem. It is not about the violence. It is about being heard. It is about being understood. It is about basic human rights. UCAN actively works each day on behalf of the most vulnerable, supporting our youth, families, and communities. Today is about honoring our youth. Resilience, dedication, drive. These are just a few words that describe the youth that you will better get to know this evening. Tonight is about helping them see the power of their potential and understanding the impact that we can have on their lives and on the lives of those who come through the doors of UCAN. Tonight we come together under a special set of circumstances to support our youth and to underscore for them the power of their potential.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome. Thank you for joining us, the 21st Annual UCAN Youth Leadership Awards. My name is Robin Robinson. I could not be more pleased to be back with you again this year, even if it is virtually and not in person. We won't get to take our selfies. You can do a screenshot or something, I don't know. But this is one of my favorite events. I say it all the time, and it is absolutely true. I am joined this evening by, I guess you guys be my co-hosts. Like, they do all the work all year long, and then I show up 2 or 3 times a year and support UCAN. So Jack Strantz, who is the president of UCAN and CEO, and Fred Long, who is the vice president of development, as well as I give him unofficial titles. He's the head of innovation, of fun, of laughter, and he really cares all the time. So I've said it a bunch of times that UCAN is one of my favorite organizations. Now, those of you who know me know that I have a lot of organizations that I like because Chicago is full of people doing good work. And everybody works from a different space, right? Maybe you make a change right now. Everybody's trying to figure out what can they do, right, to make things better, because suddenly there's an awareness that things are really ratchet, and they have been for a long time for Black people. And the idea that people will actually say that out of their mouths, to me, is the biggest change. Once you're talking about it, you can be about it, do something about it. And there's different things to do. What UCAN does is to heal those who didn't have the advantage of the change that we hope to seek, and they will help create the change that's going to help themselves as well as those around them. Healing is so important because people have been under so much pressure and so much dysfunction, and we blame the victims of it, right? We say, well, if you would do this better, if you just get an education, if you just get a job, when that, we really know, Black people certainly know, that it is not through any fault of it or any moral failure. It is basically a system that has been designed for many, many centuries to keep them exactly where they are. You can make sure that it is not the end of your sentence. It is just another chapter in your life, and that young people use that chapter to write amazing books and to spread the healing that they have gotten at UCAN. It is individual work. It is one at a time, and it is amazing. So we're not going to spend a lot of time talking the grown folks, and those of us who are so-called in charge. We want you to meet the young people, and you are going to have a chance to do that. The UCAN Leadership Awards Dinner is the signature flagship event for this organization throughout the whole year, and we can't start any event without blessing it, right? We want to give thanks. We have a lot to be thankful for. I know that we sometimes count up our ills, but we do have a lot to be thankful for. And so we want to give thanks from the beginning. And our invocation tonight comes from a person and an entity that has a long history with UCAN. So please welcome Pastor Matt Fitzgerald from St. Paul's United Church of Christ.
Good evening from St. Paul's United Church of Christ. 151 years ago, during our nation's civil war, when we were fighting for freedom, the women of St. Paul's Church who founded UCAN thought they were helping children, and indeed they have. What they could not anticipate is that in 2020, when unsettled questions of freedom and liberation are rising up once again, youth who have suffered trauma are precisely the leaders that we need. We need you now, and we thank God for you. Just as we thank God for all of the good people who work and have worked at UCAN, we thank God for the good work you are doing. Let us do so now as we adopt an attitude of prayer together. Dear Lord, bless this most unusual YLA event, and bless all of us, our city and our hurting world in this most urgent moment. We thank you for youth who are our leaders. We thank you for Alyssa and Sadie, Ariana, Jason, Alexis, Tajane, and Kareem. We thank you for Jesus Christ, a youth who suffered trauma and rose up above it in order to become the leader who loves us and knows us in our pain and confusion and at our best. Watch over all of us, dear Lord, and let the young people honored tonight feel no small amount of hope and joy and satisfaction, for indeed they are our hope and our joy tonight. Let pride course through them this evening. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. And alleluia. Have fun tonight.
He's so cute.
We definitely will have fun, and we appreciate, Pastor Matt, your blessing, and even more so the covenant between UCAN and St. Paul's Church, which is more than 150 years old now. Good evening, and thank you so much for supporting our 21st annual event, which is hopefully our first and last that will need to be virtual, celebrating UCAN's exceptional youth. My name is Zach Schranz, President and CEO, and it's an honor to be a part of and to lead this impactful organization. With all the uncertainty and the conflict in this world today, UCAN remains more committed than ever to our vision that youth who have suffered trauma can become our future leaders. And tonight, you will be more than impressed by youth who are becoming great leaders. We have a moral obligation to prepare our youth in a society that's weighed down by so many social and racial disparities that our country has failed to address successfully. Through compassionate healing, education, and empowerment, and our unrivaled and demonstrated commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion, we equip our young people with the tools they need to navigate through these tough times and to make change. Tonight, you will get a glimpse of this.
Before UCAN, I didn't know what more was. I never seen more. I never, more was not a thing to me. So they kind of made that a thing and made it seem achievable and reachable.
Everything I kind of have going for myself right now, UCAN helped me start.
Young people deserve to be acknowledged. One of the things that we do at UCAN is allow young people to tell their own story.
I just think back about all the things that I've overcome and all the things that I want to overcome later on in life. That's what always keeps me pushing.
The UCAN YLA Rooney Scholarship basically gave me the opportunity to go to Howard.
It really is about how do we help young people, how do we help families, how do we help communities, reach the power of their potential.
When I think about the word potential, it means opportunity.
Experiences like this is what propels that next generation of young people into leadership.
I want to become an advocate. I want to get my story out and help encourage other youth.
I want to be an entrepreneur, and I want to put myself in a position where I can help others.
This is definitely a way to put your resources behind an organization that is committed to making sure that young people, families, and communities are safe.
UCAN is just amazing. People need help in the world, and they're just helping people become better.
Without UCAN, like I said, I don't know where I'd be.
UCAN has helped me so much. They've provided me with so many resources and support that I've needed to excel.
UCAN has definitely taught me that the sky is the limit for me, and there's no limit on my potential.
That is the power of potential, and our young people never, ever cease to amaze me. This work happens, and this impact happens due to the passion, the dedication, and the talent of our more than 700 UCAN staff, many of whom are joining this virtual event tonight. And to all of you, it is a distinct honor to work alongside you and be part of what we call One UCAN. And I know we're not together tonight, but a virtual toast to all of you, and I hope some of you are able to have a celebratory beverage right now.
Yeah.
And now, on behalf of the more than 21,000 youth and families we served last year, we extend our deepest gratitude to our host committee, to our generous sponsors, to our board of directors and other advisors, and to all of you viewers. Please know that you are making a difference, and your support, while always appreciated, is more important than ever as we brave the COVID-19 pandemic that's impacted us all, but even more so disproportionately impacted the youth and the families and the communities that we at UCAN serve. UCAN is one of the most essential of essential businesses. We are shelter in place for more than 250 youth in our residential home, our transitional living sites, and foster homes throughout Chicagoland. Our violence intervention and prevention team is out in the streets doing their core work of saving lives. And I do want you to know that right now, this year, they are helping reduce homicides in North Lawndale to a record low. But now they're also out spreading the word about the dangers of the virus and encouraging physical distancing. And we've created new partnerships to provide direct community and individual support, such as food, PPE, and financial assistance. But we know we must do more. We say your name, George Floyd, and we will honor your legacy by developing strong youth who will help you, as your daughter shared this week, change the world. We vow to do our part. I vow to do my part. And thank you all for joining us once again, both tonight and as we make a difference in the lives of young people and in Chicago. Back to you, Robin.
And as unprecedented as these times are, it's an opportunity, right? You never let a good crisis go to waste, and you certainly don't let someone's tragedy go by unnoticed when change can be made. You said that people were having drinks on this. We don't have. all we have is we have like this disidentified water here. I'm not really sure. I guess they wouldn't pay the fee to have their label on there. But I mean it when I say I jump in 2 or 3 times a year and help support, but people every day are doing this work, and it is work from the heart. They don't come in looking at their watch. They come in looking at how can they make a difference in someone's life today. And a person who, this is an essential business, and a man who's about this business is the Vice President of Development. Fred, you've been up with me at this gala the last 4 years, and I keep saying they don't really need me. All right, Fred Long we got a future on a show somewhere. It's just natural for you. It comes from your heart. You're speaking about UCAN, and you're speaking about what you love.
Yeah.
So.
Well, thanks, Robin.
You got it?
I think I'm not here as the lead fundraiser for UCAN tonight, to be honest with you. I'm in a different space. I'm here because I really didn't want to do this event tonight because of what's happening to our people and what's happening to me right now. But then I thought about it. It was 2 things that changed my mind. It's the heritage and the spirit that's within me and that come from the people who look like me from lineages beyond today. And it's the UCAN vision that youth who suffer trauma can become our future leaders. And when I think about that, When most people talk about canceling 2020, I'm like, no, let's keep it going. Because this is where leaders coming from. You understand? We need this to be happening right now. I'm more passionate than ever. So in the spirits of our lost sister, Whitney Houston, your love is my love, and my love is your love.
Oh, Fred.
It'll take an eternity to break us. Black never crack. It's gonna take an eternity to break us. Now, on to regular scheduled program. First up tonight is the winner of the John E. Rooney Dynamic Scholarship Award. And that recipient is Alyssa Loving. Alyssa Loving is a senior at DRW College Prep. DRW is part of the Noble School Network, part of the charter schools here in the Chicagoland area. She has shown exemplified academic excellence over the past 4 years, and she's been a pillar in her community. So now, we starting this show with one of our future leaders, Alyssa Loving.
My mom is everything to me. She was there from 5 a.m. to when I had to get up for school and 7 p.m. when I had got home. So I think that's how I became successful, by having my mom at my side. I think I learned to not give up, to become determined, to become more motivated than I already am. Like, if you're asleep, you're not doing anything. It's just like if you're giving up, you're not helping the world become a better place. I believe education is the gateway to freedom because education allows me to be self-reliant. I'm the first female African-American valedictorian in my school, and it feels amazing. I will be attending Howard University, and after I attend Howard University, I plan to go to law school. One of the reasons I would like to become a lawyer is because of my oldest brother. I think about him all the time, and I feel like if he would have had good representation at an early age, he would not have been in and out of jail. By going to law school, I will not only help my brother, but others like him so that they are able to get the proper representation they deserve. The UCAN Wale Rooney Scholarship basically gave me the opportunity to go to Howard. UCAN is just amazing. People need help in the world, and they're just helping people become better, and they're motivating people. So I think UCAN is very memorable. My name is Alyssa Loving. I am determined and courageous, and I am the 2020 John E. Rooney Scholarship Award winner.
Wow.
It's nice, right?
That's nice.
Congratulations, Alyssa, on winning the 2020 John E. Rooney Dynamic Scholarship.
She's a wonderful young woman. You know, I could listen to her talk more and more, but what really struck me was how her own personal experience motivated her. Her brother, if you caught this, was in and out of jail, and if he'd had proper legal representation at an early age, that might not have happened. Now, we all know that things grow from the soil, and by the time we see them, maybe they're grown up and harmful. But we have to look at where that root comes from, and I think that's where we're all in a space now where we want to do that. So I see why she is this year's Rooney Scholarship. Is it the Rooney Dynamic Scholarship?
John E. Rooney.
John E. Rooney. Don't take the dynamic out, whatever you do.
Put that E in there too.
Seeing the young people and tapping into their potential, and that's what UCAN does, and that's why I can't help but support it. And she is just but the first of several winners. Now, we're introducing to these people, and we're up here, we'll do whatever. He'll sing, I'll dance, whatever it takes. And you know there's a reason for that, right? Because we want to shake you down. We want you to see what you can do to support UCAN. This is a free program. Usually we have an awards gala that we charge people to come to. Am I right?
Yep. Correct.
All right, but tonight, we just want you to give whatever you can. And we've hit that convenient little donate button. Right there on the side. Is it right on the right-hand side of your screen? I don't care how much it is. Donate like you vote in Chicago, early and often, and support something that is supportive to you. What's our vision?
UCAN's vision is youth who suffer trauma can become our future leaders. And we know, and everyone knows, it takes resources for UCAN to enact these type of supports and services for young people. Right. So we would appreciate if anyone who's willing to contribute at this time right now by clicking on the donate button right next to you. We're a percentage towards our overall goal, and we're going to have more treats for you tonight. This is just the beginning.
That's right. We got more young people that you need to meet. They're going to fill you with hope. We have some donors we want to thank. They gave in advance, and now we're looking for the support of the village. 21,000 young people and families are helped by UCAN. That's a lot. That's a lot of healing, and that's a lot of change making. So if you can do anything, so the scholarships is not the only thing you're supporting here tonight, right? Those are paid for, am I right?
Yep.
Yes.
The CEO always knows what the budget is done. So you're going to help move this work forward. So thank you for standing with us. We won't beat that over the head about give, and then give some more, guys.
So next up is our 4 Youth Leadership Award winners. Tonight we have Sadie Johnson, Ariana Collins, Jason Ivory, and Alexis McNulty. And as you'll see, as you've seen with Alyssa Lovin, these young people are special.
My inspiration is self-driven. I've always been a pretty independent person, so that's what drew me to entrepreneurship. Just knowing the life that surrounds me, my past, and everything that I come from, the odds. I want to be one of those that make it. Coming up, you're always placed with the label. I just never wanted to be what everyone considered. I like to be that outlier, something that always stood out. One of my goals in life is to be able to financially support my family and also financially invest into my neighborhood. One of my major focuses right now in my life is my clothing brand, Bag Mentality. I started Bag Mentality earlier this year in January, and the ending goal for my clothing brand is to be able to just make it a household name. UCAN has brought me my mentor, Miss Desiree, and she means everything to me. Anything that I asked her, if it's 12 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, anything, she breaks her neck to get it done for me every time. She's never let me down at all. Because of UCAN, I have learned that there are no limits to my potential. My name is Jason Ivory, and I am a versatile difference maker, and I am a 2020 UCAN Youth Leadership Award winner.
I never want to think of myself as a victim. Yes, some really traumatic things happened to me, but I'm still here and I'm surviving. That's what always keeps me pushing. I've always been interested in how the mind works. I am very headstrong. I, like to really work for things. I want to be a childhood psychologist, and I want to open up my own practice. In therapy, I learned a lot about myself. I became really self-aware, and it really felt like this is what I really wanted to do. So I think I make the best type of psychologist because I know what my patients will be going through, and I can empathize with them. I've been in the UCAN mentoring program for about a year. UCAN has been really helpful to me because I have someone that I can go to share my problems with. I just think back about all the things that I've overcome and all the things that I want to overcome later on in life. It just takes a lot of self-discipline and self-learning and just knowing how to properly advocate for yourself. Hi, my name is Alexis McNulty. I'm resilient and compassionate, and I'm a 2020 UCAN Youth Leadership Award winner.
My daughter is my biggest motivation. Just looking at her little face makes me want to give her an amazing life. I found out I was pregnant during my sophomore year of high school, and I also entered foster care that summer. I gave birth to my daughter when I was 16 years old. Becoming a mother has helped transform my outlook on life. One thing I'm very passionate about is working with teen mothers, and when I work with them, I always make sure to let them know that they are not alone. There's so many people and so many resources and stuff out there that's willing to help you. I want to share my story and be able to encourage other youth to share theirs and to never give up. Everything I kind of have going for myself right now, UCAN helped me start. I'm a part of the Phenomenal Woman program. So going there, I met a lot of young ladies around my same age that I could become friends with and build relationships with. Their support is what got me to where I'm at today, but I definitely know that I'm full of potential, and I'm filling my daughter with that same potential. I just want to be able to build a stable platform and a stable life for us and leave a legacy for her. My name is Sadie Johnson, and I'm a confident go-getter. I'm a 2020 UCAN Youth Leadership Award winner. Being a youth in care and being the foster care for about the 6 years I was in and out, there's a lot of different changes. I just feel like morally responsible that I should help teens and kids who are going through the same things that I was going through so that they can get to the same things that I'm getting to, going to college and starting businesses and creating. The message that I would like to leave for children growing up behind me in the foster care system is that you don't have to be your trauma, you don't have to be your pain, you can be more than that. Family is not who you're born into, it's just what you make it, and this is obviously my family. Before UCAN, I didn't know what more was. I never seen more. I never, more was not a thing to me. So they kind of made that a thing and made it seem achievable and reachable. Black history ain't just about the history, it's culture. We went from wearing big clothes to big shirts to vulture. The overalls, the baggy jeans, the leather to the tight ones, the K-Swiss, the Reeboks, the and to the white ones. We used to bang to the Candy Girl. Now we all rock stars. R.I.P. to Juice WRLD. R.I.P. to Sandra. R.I.P. Laquan. My melanin a weapon. I ain't never need a gun back in the day. The only plug was extension. Can get on social media and count for attention. The micro braids and the big afros. Now it's knotless braids and it's lace front toes. But it's us though. And we up though. No, we had some hard times, it's been rough, Joe. But if you black and you proud, let me lift your spirit and tell you that you beautiful if your soul can't hear it. All the people hating, watching you from the side, better lift your head up so your crown don't slide. You ever lost a brother or a lover nor a homie, write their name across the sky and knowing that you are not lonely. Now it's 2020, we'll be graduating. Black kings and black queens, you congratulating. If you ever feeling down and you feeling the gut, put a smile on your face, wipe them tears and look up and say it's us though, and we up though. My name is Ariana Collins. I'm an ambitious black woman, and I am a 2020 UCAN Youth Leadership Award winner.
I want to memorize that.
And we up though.
And we up though, right? Favorite part?
Yeah,
Your head up so your crown don't slide?
Keep your head up so your crown don't slide.
All right. We're looking for great things for
Wow.
all four young people. Yeah. I know they're sitting in the Zoom room right now saying, oh, Lord, they're playing our videos.
Yeah. Let's say what's up to the young people. Let's see if we can connect with them. There we go.
Okay.
Hey, what's good?
What's up,
Hey,
hi.
Y'all enjoying the show so far?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you're the stars. You're the
Yeah.
absolute stars. So just so people know a little bit more about you, even though I guess you feel like you laid out your whole life just there on those videos. We want to ask you a question that you're creative. Just speak from your heart, and I'll model it for you. All this stuff going on. And I'm going to include the virus as well as the really harsh wake-up call of George Floyd. What have you done during this quarantine, if you've been quarantined, this kind of shelter in place, during this time, in the last 2 to 3 months, that you wouldn't have done if all this wasn't going on, and that you're happy you did? So, it can be something serious, it could be something fun. I got a dog. I don't think I would have gotten a dog if it hadn't been, if we hadn't been sheltered in place, right? I wouldn't have had time, I wouldn't have been home. I don't know what the dog's gonna do when we go back to work, but right now it's a spoiled dog, a rescue dog. How about you guys? Let's start with Sadie.
I'll go first.
Okay, well, whoever said they go first, go first.
Okay, my name is Alyssa, everybody. So I'm currently at work, as you can see. So I've been really working during this quarantine. But I think the thing I wouldn't have done that I have done during the quarantine, since the George Floyd passing, I have really been vocal on Facebook. And we can't be, when you're in a noble school, you have to portray a certain image. And you can be vocal, but it's like, okay, everything's going to be controversy and it's going to be controversial. So a lot of people, I noticed that this world is based on opinion. So I really made my opinion on my Facebook page. Like I've been saying a lot because I'm going to school in 2 months. I'm going to school for this. So I've been saying a lot about the George Floyd death, and I don't think I would have had the guts to say what I had to say if it wasn't for the COVID-19, because it's like we've been quarantined in the house. We have to sit back and we have to just think. So I've been thinking and I've been listening and I've been watching things. So if I wouldn't have been home watching these live videos, watching these reactions, things like that, I probably wouldn't have had said my opinion on my Facebook page. So.
Wow. So your power of your voice, right? After the power of listening and sitting still with yourself for a while. That's amazing. We appreciate that. Who wants to go next?
Me.
Go.
I think during this time with everything going on, it just gave me the opportunity to really like appreciate life, like the people around me, the things around me. You know, because of coronavirus, we couldn't go outside as much. You couldn't be around your friends and even your family. You had to kind of separate yourself from in order to just be safe and make sure we all are healthy. And so I think that gave me the opportunity to really appreciate the small things, talking to your friends, being able to be around your friends when you can, going outside, just, looking up at the sky, being able to be outside. As far as the George Floyd situation, it was definitely a devastating situation to see and to hear about and watch about and learn about. And that kind of made me want to learn about my rights, first of all, because we live in a crazy world. Anything can happen. It's essential that you know your rights. It's essential that it's essential that things that can help you in situations like that. And it's essential that you be a voice, like Alyssa was saying, and kind of talking to my peers and not even a little bit educating them on, just our Black history. It's important to know self. And until you know self, it's like, I don't know. The George Floyd situation was something that made me more interested in learning more about myself and my people and those around me and things of that nature.
All right, I like that.
Good. Oh, yeah. And we up, though.
Who's next?
Well, go ahead, Jason. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll go. I'm Jason Ivory. And one thing I would say that I've done more during the quarantine and ever since the George Floyd thing, specifically, I wanted to take advantage of every second, because I know for a fact, especially in today's world, what's going on right now, nothing is guaranteed. It's crazy to say that I can leave my house right now and not see my family again tonight. That's a very realistic possibility now. So it's I'm trying to educate myself on more things so that I can be more aware of different things. And also, I've always been very hardworking and stuff, but to myself. And I know for a fact I have a lot of influence and a big voice. Mm-hmm. So what I want to focus on now is like she said, helping others, speaking out. Because usually I don't get into the politics and the outsider things. I try to stay away from that because I feel like I have things that I want to focus on. But I feel like nowadays we all have to speak up, because if we don't, it won't help any of us. So that's what I've been trying to focus on. Then I'm going to use my influence, my voice, to get us to where we want to be as a country.
Wow, thank you.
Solid.
Leaders getting more leadership, all right? And last but not least.
Hi, I'm Sadie.
Hi, Sadie.
And over this time, I've really just been spending a lot of time with my family and getting to know myself more. And dang, y'all had some really good answers. I don't know, I've been eating out a lot. But yeah, I've just been trying to get to know myself more, and like I said, spending time with my family that I wouldn't have got, if everything was still in session, school and all that. So that's all I've really been doing. Dang, y'all make me feel bad.
No, you're
Go ahead,
great.
good thought out answers.
No, you're great. Speaking from the heart, and that's true for me too. I have spent, in some cases, too much time with some members of my family, but I've spent a lot of time with family. Yeah, right. Like, can you go somewhere? Wow, you guys are amazing.
Yes.
You're the stars of the show, and we want everybody out there to know that they can see your stories online. Not just tonight, but it's up now?
It's up
All right,
now.
on UCAN's website.
Or stream that. Go watch that.
Yep.
Period.
And also, you can see, usually we would have them in person at the Four Seasons or wherever event space that we would use, and you would give your speech on stage, but now your speeches are now online as people are watching. So if you want to hear their formal speeches and their acceptance speeches for the award and the scholarship and how they feel and their aspirations.
So not the videos we showed earlier? This is something
Everything is going to be online.
More in store.
Everything is going to live online on our landing page, www.ucanchicago.org/YLA.
Okay, and don't forget, folks, you can text to give, you can hit that little button to give. Just think about what you're giving to. It's amazing. You guys, so I love that. Focus more on your voice and how you can be part of this. Focus self-reflection, got a little braver, and spend time with family. And then, of course, me, I got the dog, but that's, I can't always go deep. Love y'all.
Yes.
And can't wait to see, and I know you can, they don't ever let anybody go. Y'all be following up with them.
Yes.
They'll be graduated from law school and have kids, and you'll still be checking on them. We appreciate you more than you can know. It's really all about you.
Congratulations.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
No, they're gonna do better than we did.
Yeah,
Right.
I think so.
They're the right folks
This
at
is
the
the
right
time.
time. They really are.
This
So,
is definitely the time.
as you can see, all the young people really deserve this award. There are countless others out there that need the kind of support that you can provide. So I'm gonna say one more time, just give a little bit, and a lot can happen. And if you can't afford to give, I understand that as well. Still enjoy the hope that you can receive from just knowing that nothing's insurmountable. So what'd you say? We don't crack?
We don't crack.
Because we would crack by now if we did.
At all.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So how long are we going to be able to give?
You can give all night.
No, I mean like for weeks and weeks.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay.
Definitely all night. And so the landing page that you're on right now with the donate button to my left, I assume, that will be online for the next 2 weeks. So this is not just about tonight's event, and it's not just even about the next 2 weeks. This is about UCAN. We've been around for a long time, and we're not going anywhere. But in order for us to be continuously and be around and sustainable, we need your support.
So last year at the gala, I met someone who was donating to build a garden, a healing garden at UCAN on the grounds. And so a couple things struck me. I happen to think that gardening, putting your hands in the dirt, all that, just being in nature, and you heard one of our leaders talking about how appreciating just looking at the sky, right? But that this garden has to be real particular because young people who will be using, some of them are just coming out of their trauma, right? And you got to have things where no harm can be done with anything from that garden. And the fact that you'd have to consider that when building a garden just struck my heart. Patria's garden, is it?
Patria's Place Healing Garden.
Okay, all right, thank you.
So in support of the Diana and Rick Fleming. So we really appreciate our longtime sponsors from UCAN and this whole idea of just being outside and one with nature. And if you ask me what you ask the young people, what you've been doing since
I forgot to ask
shelter in place, I know you ain't asked me.
I'm sorry.
It's all I just been outside in the back. And most people know me. I'm in my backyard all the time. And no music or in the garage or whatever the case is. And so.
No music, you lying.
Well,
okay.
yeah. Sometimes I ain't gonna lie to you. Most times
okay,
I do got
most
music.
times.
But there's times where, if we just think about, I just told you my pain earlier. I need healing right now, even myself, right?
Right. Yeah,
let alone folks who don't have half of the resources or privileges that I'm afforded.
Imagine.
Right? And so that the garden on our campus just affords us an opportunity on behalf of the Flemings, to give young people a space to just be still.
And you can buy a brick in that garden, right?
You can buy a brick in that garden for $150.
Back to the sales, okay? That's what I said. Stay focused on
or the
what we're doing.
$150, whatever you want to call it.
That's right. Or you can buy two for $300. All right. And we have one final category of young people that we are honoring and that we are supporting.
Yes.
Right? We're believing in their potential and moving them forward in a way that they would not have been able to probably without UCAN.
Yeah, so over the past 21 years, 20 years of UCAN's Youth Leadership Awards, we've always given out 5 scholarship awards. This year, we're doing something different. On behalf of one of our true supporters, Karen and Scott Powder, has created a new scholarship program to go along with the 5 awardees we just witnessed. The name of this new scholarship is called CUSP, and it's an acronym because you know we love them.
We love them. You won't even tell me what UCAN stands for.
Undergraduate Success Program. And Scott Powder, who's an executive at Advocate Aurora Health, came to our campus, seen our young people, witnessed, and he never left. And so he not only wanted to support financially, but if you think about it, if you just give a kid a scholarship or however much money, they're going to need support in managing that, and especially within that first year of their college experience. So thank you to Karen and Scott Powder for helping impact now, over the past 3 years, 7 young people with scholarships, in addition to what UCAN was already doing. And so we appreciate that. And we're definitely going to need more and more support for our friends and family that continuously give young people scholarship and educational endeavors.
And we're impressed by everything, but by the violence prevention and intervention in particular, right? So what do you do if you come back from something like that, where you've been harmed and therefore you engage in some harmful behavior, you become justice involved, maybe you have some violent acts, and then we don't throw people away, right?
No.
You realize that can also be a power. And so to see someone come from that to college,
Yes.
imagine the perspective they can bring to the work that they engage in.
Yes.
They've actually been where the young people are right now that we are most concerned about. We are scared for them and we are scared of them. So I love the idea that this supports them. And look, everybody needs help that first year of college. I thought I was going to have to go down there and snatch mine up, and they are highly privileged.
Wish I would have had it.
You should have had it.
So this year, I want to announce the 2020 CUSP Award winners is Dejanay Brown and Kareem Washington.
Yay.
Congratulations. Oh, there we go. There's Kareem.
Hey, Kareem.
How you doing?
All right, so you going to college?
I'm in college already now. I go to Augustana College.
Okay. Which one?
Augustana College, in Rock Island, Illinois.
Oh, in New York. So you've been virtual for a minute.
In Rock Island, Illinois.
Oh, Rock Island. I thought he said Long Island, New York. I was like, wow, okay. Rock Island, Illinois. So you've been virtual for this semester, right?
Correct.
Well, how's that been?
It's been tough, just going away from school so long, and it's like so much other things going on in the community. It's make it harder to focus on classes. So it has been tough.
You have any strategies that you use to help keep yourself centered?
Yeah, I worked along with my other classmates to make sure we stay on top of work, things like that.
That's right. Get that good peer pressure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you, and we are looking forward to all that you're going to do with your education and your heart and your experience, because that counts too. You got a PhD in experience already.
Congratulations, Kareem.
Thank you.
And we'll be in touch.
All right. Thanks for joining us. We'll be coming to that. Jack?
Congratulations to all the winners. Today is Throwback Thursday, and on your screens behind me in the studio, I've been surrounded by many of our alumni, our former winners, and that's just been great to see their faces again. We also today are welcoming back our 2019 John D. Nichols Impact Award winner. He's a great friend of UCAN's. He's a great champion for young people and a great champion for the city of Chicago. Please welcome back CEO of BMO Harris Bank, Dave Casper. Dave?
Hey, thank you, Zach. And Fred, thank you for limiting your voice lessons to less than 30 seconds. That's about all it could take. So I can say that because you can't hit me. So on behalf of all of my colleagues at BMO, and particularly Oscar Johnson, who's on the board of UCAN, I just wanted to say thank you for letting us come today. Our purpose at BMO is to boldly grow the good in business and in life. And UCAN also grows the good by healing the trauma and empowering our youth. And based on what's taken place in the last week, I think we know how important that mission is. Things have changed a lot in the year. I remember just like it was yesterday that we had 5 great, bright young minds, Guy, Jemiah, Jackery, Breon, and Evelyn all won the Youth Leadership Awards. And that was really a special event, but so is this one. And I think some of you know, but BMO, you should know, BMO's had a really long, over 25-year relationship with UCAN. And I can tell you from my personal experience, the difference that UCAN is making. Every contribution towards UCAN, every contribution is going towards a very noble cause. It's God's work and helping the local children and their families break this cycle of abuse and neglect is critical. So if you're still thinking about making a contribution, do it. And as Robin said, it doesn't have to be today, but it doesn't have to end today either. So you could do it today, and you could also do it tomorrow.
That's right.
But
the day after tomorrow.
Wake up on Sunday and say, well, it's Sunday.
Getting going is important. So my main reason for being up here really is to, and I'm missing very much being at in a very nice hotel and being able to sit and talk to Alexandra and John Nichols. So this is hard to do this virtually. I put my tie on because I don't think Alexandra's ever not seen me in a tie. So these two people have done more for our city, and they've done so much philanthropically, and particularly done a great deal at UCAN.
The tally's not live, right? The tally's not live.
No.
Oh, good. So we know exactly.
So together, I want to just say thank you to them, and I want to introduce Alexandra and John. Over to you.
David, John and I are so pleased that you are being honored this evening with the John Nichols Impact Award. Over many years, you have served this city as an outstanding civic leader, especially in the field of education. And you continue to serve Chicago's philanthropic communities and in your ongoing role as an advisor to UCAN. We join with many others this evening in applauding and thanking you for making Chicago an even greater city. Congratulations, David.
Good evening and welcome. It is a true privilege to be honored at this event this evening. I was introduced to UCAN over a decade ago during my work with the Chicago public school system. I was captivated by its passionate and thoughtful approach to serving our community's most vulnerable youth. Lives saved and lives changed. These are the outcomes that UCAN delivers every single day. It is a special honor to receive an award named after my good friend and mentor, John Nichols, whose commitment, along with his wife, Alexandra, I am very proud to follow. Please join me in supporting UCAN's mission during the virtual paddle race. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am sure that you consider it to be time well spent joining us this evening to support the work that's going to change the world. And that's not like a hyperbolic, whatever, I'm not exaggerating. Hyperbole, thank you so much. I told you were my right-hand guy. Literally, we change the world one person at a time. UCAN is doing healing work, and you can be part of it. I know a lot of people are sitting at home saying, what can I do, what can I do? This is something you can do. This is essential work, and you are an essential part of it. With your support, we're investing in young people. We're meeting them where they are, And we are sending them all along to the bright future that we have to share with them. So if it's not bright, we're also in the dark. As we said, you can keep giving, right? You do it the Chicago way. You give some tonight, give some tomorrow. If you wake up Sunday and say, oh, it's Sunday, let me give some more to UCAN. Through June 18th at ucanchicago.org/YLA, as in Youth Leadership Awards. You can also text, because that's the easy way to give. You text UCAN YLA to give it to me.
522
36. All right. And those of you who don't know how to do that, where you usually put the name up there, just put 52236 and then put UCAN YLA in the message box. So it's been wonderful to be with you guys.
Yeah,
they don't seem to want to give me the wide shot so I can thank you like I want to all together. But that's okay. We are 6 feet apart. Did everybody notice that? And we hope you'll all stay safe out there. And okay, so this hour of power was so powerful we didn't need the whole hour. And if you think it went perfectly, that's okay. We'll go with that. But you should have seen all the work that went into it, always with a sense of humor. And we're going to show you that in just a moment. But I think we have don't we not have a closing prayer here? Yes, we do. Closing out our special virtual event. And then following my pastor, Reverend Otis Moss, you will be treated to some of the things that didn't make it on the air tonight. And you can also return to the Zoom rooms and continue partying. We'll be dropping in on those as soon as we're done here. But let's be closed out in grace. Pastor Moss.
This is Reverend Otis Moss from Trinity United Church of Christ. And I take this moment to celebrate every single young person on this day. I'm very excited about what is about to happen in your life as you launch out into an incredible opportunity and world. I want to say this to you, that you are the vaccine that this nation needs. There is a pandemic that is happening. There are two. One is COVID-19, the other is COVID-16-19. The moment that people of African descent landed upon these shores, we have been dealing with the epidemic of racism, and now we are dealing with the pandemic of COVID-19. But you are the vaccine. You are the antibodies our democracy needs. There is a power inside of you that you don't even know how much strength that can be released from your spirit. You will be the ones that will transform Chicago. You will be the ones that will transform Illinois. You will be the ones who will transform this very nation. We have been praying for you. And as I heard Maya Angelou state years ago, that when you walk across a stage and you reach a moment that you are excited about because you have been praying and working hard, know that you didn't do it by yourself. She said, when you come to the moment of graduation, know that on your right is Sojourner Truth speaking into your spirit. On your left is Harriet Tubman telling you that you can do it. Behind you is Frederick Douglass saying to you, you have great power. In front of you are people named and unnamed who have been lifting you in prayer. You are the answer to our prayer. You are the answer to those who've been crying out for justice. And I can see right now in my spirit, we have another mayor of Chicago. We have a governor of this state. We have a president who has a moral compass right now from UCAN. You are the vaccine for this nation. We thank God for what God is about to do in your life. Remember, you will be the ones who will inoculate this bruised and unfinished democracy into something unique and new. And there will come a time, from a generation not yet born, they will look back and see your achievements, and they will shout and say, there was a group of people who opened the door for me, and I had the courage to walk through it. So walk through this moment. Celebrate this moment. You are the vaccine for this nation, and we need your mind, your body, and your spirit, and to have the moral courage to say that these yet to be United States of America shall be a nation for all people. God bless you. God keep you. I am praying for you, and I know you can because you are the vaccine for this nation. God bless.
You know what's crazy? Before I go into any of all of that, I never hit record on my phone. Stupid.
Alexis, can you try hanging up and rejoining just to see if we can get a better connection?
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Sorry.
No problem.
Hi, my name is Alexis McNulty, and I'm at 2020 UCAN. My name is Ariana Collins. I'm a ambitious black woman.
1 second. Can I tell my sister to stop talking?
My name is Ariana Collins, and I'm sorry. Did I miss anything?
Last line a little bit more.
Okay. I had a baby at 16. There you go. Good? No, just... Okay, hold on.
My name is Jason Ivory, and I am a versatile difference maker. And I am a 2020 UCAN Youth Leadership Award winner. There we go, there we go.
So please join us on, no, I'm just kidding.